Yo-ho! Sanity Damage be starting soon. What was that?
I think the ship's falling apart.
It's falling apart at the goddamn seams.
You know what I'm waiting for at the beginning of this episode?
What?
Well, if I tell you, it'll actually be a spoiler.
Okay. Acceptable.
You know what I'm waiting for? I can't say.
Wow.
Cody, are you good with, kind of leading and ad-libbing the shout-out for Goons?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Clacker, I've got this guy here. He needs some of that sanity.
Oh, perfect. I was just making some. I've been feeling a little bit out of it myself, so I got some brewed right here. How much do you want?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he says he's got the honey madness.
Oh, the honey madness.
The honey madness.
Yar, he's come sailing far and wide looking for us. His name's Lucas Kuhn. He wants to join our crew. But I figured we gotta get this honey madness on check first.
I've never actually heard of the honey madness. What's it do?
I don't know exactly. He showed up, he was covered in honey, and bugs were biting at him.
Have you started with a bath?
I heard it might be a good place to start. Well, welcome to the crew, Lucas Kuhn. Let's get you some sort of sanity bath.
Maybe some clothes. Don't need to be seeing that there.
Yarr.
Yar.
Well, we be waiting. I guess I'll tell you all about me latest adventures. I was reading this good book in the captain's quarters that I found. Called the Shag Mahal.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I was doing my whole intro spiel and I was muted. Welcome back to me welcoming you back to Sanity Damage, everyone, a tabletop role-playing game actual play live show. I'm your game master, Nathan, and joining me are Cody.
Jack Rackman, learning about history as we dive to the deeps for this booty.
Pippin.
Pippin was just turning off his phone because he just suddenly got a call at the start of an episode. But Moriarty here, and that was unexpected. I don't know what the phone is. Let's go diving.
It's a shell phone. Those exist in the world.
Shell phone.
Ellen will be joining us as soon as she can, but she had a one-time scheduling conflict, so she will be popping in shortly. And Alex.
Clacker Volkson, cannon grabber extraordinaire.
Nice.
Join us on episode 67 of our first campaign, To Whom the Sea Belongs. One more quick reminder that we are a live show now, so if you're still listening to us as a podcast, thank you for listening, but you could be listening live and watching all of this unfold in real time. So you can find us bi-weekly on Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern on YouTube. Our live show affiliate is Roll Around and Find Out. I've watched a few episodes over this past summer. I missed the one earlier this week, but they're really entertaining and a great group of people. Earlier this week, they wrapped up the end of their first D&D campaign, so that's a huge milestone. So I'm not sure exactly when they'll be picking up their D&D game again, but they have something going on basically every Tuesday. So you can watch them actually play some Mythcraft, which is a ton of fun, and you can watch them do playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3. So you can find all of that on Twitch, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Last week on Sanity Damage, you did some sailing and you fought a tremendous battle against an escort of 2 Taiwanese fleets. Let me see. You also got some more lore on the boat of Sankyuriang, which you're currently sailing to try to uncover. All of that out of the way, after you finished your battle with the Taiwanese, one of the ships sailed away while you managed to sink the other one. And so I think Moriarty is now planning to loot the sunken ship.
That is the plan. Is to continue to loot the sunken ship. So I think I'm still in the hold where all the cannons or whatever you want to call it.
Well, I mean, I imagined you didn't stay in the ship as it was sinking all the way down. Just because, like, you would need time to prepare, catch your breath, all of that. You can hold your breath for, what, up to an hour?
I can breathe underwater.
You can breathe underwater. Because you're an artificer, right? Not because you're like...
Artificer. Blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Okay.
Artificer.
All right.
Welcome, everybody. I can't talk. But it's because of my Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So that also gives you a swim speed, right?
Yes.
Great. So Moriarty will be descending into the depths. You're not yet out past like the Great Continental Shelf, so it's not going to be a super deep dive, but it is more than like the average person could do. Who else is planning to accompany him?
Oh, I'm obviously going to be doing that too. I'm already there. I'm on the ship too.
I don't know. Jack has the underwater adaptation, but I don't know. I think I would just coordinate the crew.
Okay.
That's fair.
Hoist those cannonballs, men.
Celine
Make sure that
is
cannon gets on this deck undamaged.
yearning for a chance to turn into a dolphin, so she is definitely going to accompany you all.
I think Celine is a dolphin right now.
Celine is a dolphin right now.
Last I checked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So together, the 3 of the 4 party will descend to the shipwreck. Let me see here. Yeah. Oops. Wrong map. When you name multiple maps shipwreck, that happens.
Might be a problem at sea.
Yeah. Can you see where I'm pinging down here, kind of toward the bottom of the map?
Yes.
Drag your characters out around.
Not the
that
pretty
area.
map? The other map? The other shipwreck?
Yeah, not the pretty one.
Here
It's
I
like-
am.
All right, there you are.
I don't have permission to bring Celine out.
Oh, sure. Celine. And, Cody, you can, since Jack isn't here, if you want to run her for any combat there is, you can actually do that.
All
There we
right.
go.
Yar.
Yar. Yeah, so you can see in the murky depths, you can see the ship below you. There's crates, there's barrels, there's racks of cannonballs. All of this is scattered across the ocean floor where the ship sank. As you approach the boat, you're in very murky waters, so this is all considered dim light, which I forgot to look up exactly what that does. Apologies. 5e dim light.
Oh, this map effect is so cool.
Isn't it?
This is really cool. Just like zoning out into it.
Yeah. Dim light, lightly obscured area. I don't see any mechanical effect. That's cool. So it's just normal lighting for all mechanical effects.
Great.
I thought there was something more there. There is not. So as you approach the shipwreck, you do see that another group is also approaching the shipwreck, as obviously a sinking ship in a populated area causes quite a stir. So we're going
I was
to...
unaware of this being a populated area.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was just us fighting this ship.
I'll
We're not
remind
next
you.
to Narrow. We're
Oh,
like
yeah.
a day or a couple days travel from there.
This whole region,
Okay.
Got it.
yeah.
How dare
Yeah.
they? This is ours.
How
This is
dare
ours.
they exist in their
How dare
land?
they?
No, how dare
use-
they
they
just
do.
like try to come claim our booty?
Exactly.
Well, this group that is coming to claim your booty looks like some kind of bandit scalawag group.
Scallywags.
Yeah.
Yar.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Right, boy. Alright, well then, this is starting out well, isn't it, everybody?
Starting out great.
Oh, how nice. Clacker crits.
That is nice. You love
Is
that
it-
first, don't you?
It's my favorite. So glad I get advantage on every initiative roll.
And I guess I'll have 21.
All right.
Off.
And yeah, Cody, do you want to be Celine for now, or do you want Pippin to manage that and have you maintain Jack up above?
Trying to see if I can actually roll for her stuff.
Yeah, I can, but I think she's stuck in dolphin form, though, right? I mean,
This is true.
That is true. Let me grab
I
Dolphin
looked up
stats.
a dolphin stat block, and I gotta be honest with you. they don't
Not the
seem to
greatest.
allow-
Let's just find a dolphin.
I found one.
I found one.
It's not in the SRD.
The one that I found was on the SRD thing, the 5e SRD. And it has 13 HP.
Nice.
I mean, it's
We're gonna
fast,
make
though.
her-
It can swim 80 feet. It's immune to being blind. Because all dolphins are immune to being blind in real life. I don't know if you knew that.
All, I guess with echolocation, right? They're blind if they become deafened.
They
Maybe
still
that's
have
what
eyes,
they- I don't know, I guess.
don't they? Their eyes still work, don't they?
They might still work, but I think they primarily use echolocation.
Well, I mean, definitely down in the deep waters where there's no light, but I think in the current area where we just said all the light is pretty normal,
Right,
their eyes
right,
will
right.
work.
Yeah.
Well, they're immune to being blind, according to this stat sheet.
Ooh. According to the stat sheet.
You should have access to this shark that's labeled Dolphin Celine.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go ahead and use
Dolphin
that for
shark.
now. Yeah.
Dolphins. Dolphin Celine is a shark. It's a fake dolphin.
Yeah, because I didn't have a dolphin stat block readily on hand, which is my bad, but that'll work.
Also,
Alright, so
I'm concerned, like,
initiatives-
what happens if she loses her dolphin form? She
Well,
can't
you
swim
can-
otherwise.
She'll have a normal swim speed. She can hold her breath for a number of rounds equal to 30 seconds plus 6 seconds per her con.
Hopefully that's enough time to turn into another dolphin.
Either that or to swim to the surface. Yeah. Let's see. This is I think our first time doing full on underwater combat. Fire effects are going to be less effective. Lightning effects are going to be more effective. So just bear that in mind as you do whatever you want to do. I don't know if anyone has the ability to like telepathically message Jack and get him in the fight, but we can.
We do have a dolphin.
Are dolphins telepaths?
She doesn't have to stay as a dolphin when she gets up there.
Right. Okay.
It'd be a waste of a wild shape, though.
Well, some would have said it was a waste to be a dolphin in the sinking ship. She couldn't help.
Clacker,
She's like, oh, it was a sad moment.
you do get to go first, Clacker. You can see some murky shark forms and shark people approaching.
Am I supposed to not see them on the map yet?
There's
You
the
can see
shark right here.
They're like, I'm just describing how, because it's like silty water. There's a bunch
Oh.
of fog that has been kicked up from the ship crashing.
They're
But you
not
should be
showing
able
up
to see
for me
them.
for some reason. I can see their hitboxes, but I can't see them.
Really?
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh, the sharks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, well, giant shark.
I
That
see
looks
them.
intimidating.
You forgot to install the texture pack.
Alrighty. Well, oh jeez, I don't want to get too. I need to heal up a little bit. I think that's what I need to do first. Didn't expect to get into combat. I'm going to. I guess just that's not even that much help. I need to make a decision quickly. Okay. Do I have anything that
They
can heal
smell
me?
blood in the water.
They smell. It's from
They can
me.
smell
I
your
know.
indecision. Yeah.
It's me. I will do I'll do minor heal on myself. I'll use a charge for my necklace and do that.
Okay. Remind me, is that an action?
Yeah, it's one
bonus?
action,
Okay.
1d6. Where's that spell? Roll it. Did it roll?
It did not roll.
Okay, let's roll
I'll
it.
just
Come on.
manually type it out.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to do any movement, you can as well. Moriarty, you can go ahead and start while
Oh, that
we're
didn't
figuring
work.
this out.
Alrighty, then it's my turn. I'm gonna be looking at that big old shark over there. To be target him. Is it targeted? I think so. Alright. And then Moriarty, can I throw my fishing rod into water? How does this work mechanically?
Yeah,
Still the
underwater
same.
you can throw projectiles that are like harpoon trident shaped, like polar
Alright.
shaped. So yeah, you should be fine there.
This is actually winning my first underwater real battle, so you gotta ask.
You can only throw as far as your short range distance though. It automatically misses at long range.
Let me double check what my range is on that. Click my item. Does that put it there? Gotta look at the actual item. Details. Actually, I can just swim there.
Well, there you go.
Well, actually, maybe not. I will swim out into the water and then I will throw my mighty fishing rod at him.
Okay.
Attack.
Crit.
Crit.
I would literally love it if I did.
Even with a
17 to hit?
17.
17 does hit. quite solidly. He's big, he's slow.
Only for 8 damage, though. And then I pull it back and throw it again.
All right.
Zack.
Now here's the crit. Oh,
No,
Well, still a hit.
right. Normal. Same damage. Alright. And then I swam about 40 feet. So I can move back towards the boat 20. And that'll be Moriarty's turn.
Perfect. Clacker, you did all the movement that you want to?
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, my swim speed is my normal speed, so no advantages underwater for Clacker.
All right. Let's see. Next up, we've got some of the sharks. So this hunter shark is gonna swim up towards. I think both Moriarty and Clacker have sustained damage. Yeah,
I
looks like
have.
it. Clacker has sustained more. Are you below half health, Clacker?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try to come for you then, because
Oh no.
that's how sharks work.
That is how sharks work.
Yeah. So let's see. Double movement can't quite get to you.
Ha.
Yeah. The handful of would-be plunderers approach from your left. I would say both of you can see this as they kind of come through the silt.
I've got bad memories with the silt.
That's right. So does Mitsuka.
Oh yeah.
No.
Does Mitsuka? Because I'm pretty sure Mitsuka doesn't remember much of anything, probably.
Well,
by
I
That- you
think
know,
that
that's-
all
that's
the
a
mind
great
flayers
point.
know it now. Actually,
Right.
they all have respect for the silt, but they probably think arrogantly that they can turn the silt into a mind flayer.
I mean, quite possibly.
What?
Let's see.
How?
Okay, this guy is out of range from throwing his trident as well, so he's just going to take the dodge action. That's probably what most of his buddies are going to do as well. The giant shark, I think, can, in fact, reach Clacker.
Oh.
Oh, man, can't. But he can
Oh,
reach Moriarty, so
dang.
he'll settle for that.
Oh, but will it though? As soon as it comes into my range, I'm going to attack it.
Right,
Because Moriarty.
because Moriarty. It's been a while since we've done this. Okay, go ahead.
It's spinning
I'll
around
just-
now.
I love watching this.
Alright, maybe it does hit me. I don't know. It's 13, does it hit?
13 does hit.
Okay, well then I
Max damage?
16 damage.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
he doesn't quite make it towards me.
Yeah. Stops
Just-
him in his tracks, which kills a shark because they have to swim forward to breathe.
Oh no.
They do.
They do
Yeah.
have to keep. If there's a
They-
current that's blowing on their gills, they don't have to be perpetually moving themselves, as long as
But
the
if there's no
water is
current, they
blowing
have to move
across.
themselves forward to
Yes.
propagate that. Okay.
Man,
I didn't know
that must be
That's
hard
cool.
to
So it's just-
sleep.
Well, it's like breathing. They do it. It's not a conscious decision.
Autonomic.
Yeah. That's the word. Right.
There's places that people have gone and found sleeping sharks in like underwater caves, coves with currents going through them, and they just letting the water go through their mouths and out their
Nice.
gills.
There you go.
Fascinating.
Cool.
It's Dolphin Celine's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to ask you. I was looking at Dolphin Celine's character sheet here, and she's got this ability called Blood Frenzy.
Yep.
So, if I swim up to the big shark, does that mean I get advantage on it?
Let me
The shark
check.
has advantage on a melee attack
That doesn't have
rolls
all
against
its hit
a creature
points.
that
Yes,
doesn't have
yes.
all its hit points. All right, Mr.
Because,
Shark.
yeah, we're just using the full stats of a shark. We'll let her be a full dolphin later on.
Its movement says. Oh, never mind.
Swim 40.
Yep, I'm a big dummy.
Yep.
I'm a big dummy. All right, and it's going to attack with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
A 23 to hit. Or
Yeah.
yeah, but what about the damage? There we go. 12 damage. Just ramming it with her speed.
Yeah.
You see Dolphin Celine has the blood fury in her eyes, Pippin.
Weird she wasn't that complete. She's a good dolphin.
Yeah.
And razor sharp teeth. And I think that's the end
Dolphins
of
do have sharp teeth. Alright. The leader, you can clearly tell that this guy is the leader of the plundering party. For one, if you hover over his name, it says that. But for two, he, has the, the eye patch over one eye and, the pirate bandana. And so he's gonna swim on up as far as he can. And he is going to... Oh, nice. He's going to command the giant shark to attack Dolphin Celine.
What?
Yeah.
That is a great move for an NPC to have.
A command move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Battle Master fighter, so most of my combat leaders have some form of ability to that end.
It is a very cool class. I wish there was something more like that in 5th edition.
Battle Master is 5th edition. It's a
Well,
subclass
the
of fighter.
3.5 version, I was...
Oh, yeah, like the Warlord.
Warlord, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. With advantage, I hit Celine. And so let's roll for damage.
Yeah, that scared the hell out of me for a second there.
Oh,
Okay, it was 21. Great. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Half my hull.
Yeah. The, let's see, that was his movement and his bonus action. He's out of range to do any kind of useful action, though, so he'll also just dodge. Got a couple of his followers. Actually, all of his remaining followers, and then we'll be back to Clacker. And each of these guys are moving up and taking the dodge action. The hunter shark is not as tactical. It smells blood, it wants blood, so it's just going to double move up to Clacker. And now it's your turn.
I was gonna go for the giant shark, but I don't want to take that opportunity attack that I'm sure would happen.
It definitely would.
It definitely would.
I know. Okay.
no worries. I got this one under my control.
Okay, great. I'm gonna rage.
Alright.
We're raging. My wild surge got a 5, which is whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. How fantastic!
That is good.
Yeah, that's a good
Very
one.
good. Alrighty. So I'm raging. We're mad. I see this hunter shark next to me, and I'm like, okay, buddy, here we go. And I'm going to recklessly attack it with my great sword.
Alright. Pause for a second and right-click on the hunter shark. And then click on the little target in the bottom left.
Target in
Bottom left of the hunter shark.
I can't click on anything.
Click.
Right click.
You can. There's a up in the different the upper left corner of your screen, there's one that looks like a target. You can click on that and then click on the hunter shark and you'll target it.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Ooh, I should know
Yeah.
this.
So
You
now
should.
when you Clacker, when you make your attack, it'll auto say whether you hit or not, and then you can just roll damage and it'll subtract it from itself.
Ooh, great.
I should know this. I've done it before.
It's not like we just used this yesterday. Actually, we didn't fight yesterday.
All right, let's see.
You all heard nothing.
Did we roll?
Yes, now
Oh,
just
great.
click
Okay.
attack.
Attack
And be
with
sure
advantage.
to specify advantage. Yeah. I love your dice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. 19
Yeah,
to
very
hit.
fancy.
Yep. Does hit.
Okay.
somebody-
4
Where do you customize
for 14
those?
damage.
All right.
Just so I know for next time.
I don't remember the button, but I'll find it for you.
Yeah. And then another attack. Oops, sorry. With advantage. 17 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 13 damage.
All right, and as you can
Oh,
see, it
does.
is nicely bloodied.
Nice. That does automatically do. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is all I can do because. Oh wait. No, I can only bite when I, as a bonus action, and I already used that. That is my turn.
Very nice. Let's see. Moriarty is up next.
Well, Moriarty's gonna do what Moriarty does. He's going to beat the crap out of a shark.
Yep. That is very on brand. Mhm. Solid hit. Smacks into his
Alright,
gill.
for 8 damage. And then he swings again. He'll hit again, and then
There you
for
go.
14 damage.
14. Nice. I think the shark is bloodied at this point. You're just kind of
Nice.
And then-
weaving up and down around Dolphin Celine.
With Polar Mastery, I get my last attack in on him.
Yeah.
He's in the bottom of my fishing rod and smacking it.
Nice. The shark is unhappy.
Actually, that should have 4 more damage, but I need to adjust that.
Okay, well, I'll add it manually. Is that all for you, or do you want to do any movement?
No, Moriarty's gonna stand here, keeping these two attention
Okay.
as the others
The,
come to.
Yeah, the hunter shark just to Moriarty's north is going to attempt to swim past him and attack Clacker.
At that note, Moriarty, pretty sure that the big shark's gonna stay where it is going to strike it.
Mhm.
And let's do that. Oh, I should actually click that first. Target, hunter shark. Now attack.
Mhm. Yep.
For 7 damage.
Yeah, as is typical of Moriarty fighting underlings, I think you need a crit fail to miss this guy. So the hunter shark attempts to go, and you just kind of snag his gill and pull him back.
No, you don't, little fella. But it's actually blurp, 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 blurp.
Right, right. Okay, so the Sawagan up here that had previously advanced cautiously is going to continue its approach and is still not close enough to throw its thing, so it's going to dodge again. The giant shark, as Moriarty predicted, Clacker is bloodier, but Dolphin Celine is plenty bloody, so he's just going to attack her.
What a jerk.
Yeah. Kinda.
Kinda. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
That's
It's gonna
be
do the
nice.
trick. 26 damage. Oh,
my
Dolphin
God.
Celine's down.
Dolphins leans down.
Yeah.
She reverts back to Celine.
Regular
Do
Celine's
not have
here.
permission to create a Celine. Oh, there she is.
There she is. I had her on the DM layer.
I was just in a very strange place called the DM layer.
I saw the prophecies written in the campaign notes. That's all for the hunter shark. It is Celine's turn now. Look at that.
Okay. Well.
So
I'm
what's
not-
her constitution modifier?
Ooh. Her constitution is
4.
+4.
Okay, so she can hold her breath for 66 seconds. No, that's not right. Math. 54 seconds, so 9 rounds.
It's a pretty decent amount of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna use her elevation to track that.
I'm not super familiar with druid spells. So I'm just going to use message to message Jack
Very good.
and say, Jack, we're being attacked down here. If you want this treasure, you're gonna have to come down here and get it yourself. And I guess he would respond by jumping into the water on his turn.
All right.
So I guess I will roll initiative on Jack.
Yeah, and you can
Wait.
appear pretty much anywhere you want in the map. Just note that you are 140 feet above everyone else. So can you control your own elevation?
I have no idea.
Top left button next to your icon.
Oh. Yeah, what'd you say it was 140?
Yeah. So as you're moving, just bear that in mind and you can subtract that. You have to press enter, otherwise it won't stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
fascinating. And then I feel like there's a bonus spell that she can do in here, but I just don't know what it is. So she's going to dodge.
All right.
And am I far enough away from this shark? I mean, I wasn't when it just killed me, was I? So-
You weren't. I think you are now, yeah.
You were a bigger creature at the time.
Oh.
Right.
So yeah, she'll swim back and up.
Back and up. Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know, would that be like Pythagorean theorem wise? But
Oh, good point.
I don't seem to be able to
What-
control her character token though, like I could the dolphin.
Huh. Okay. Not sure why that's the case, but here we go. How am I gonna track her turns underwater, holding her breath? I'll figure that out in a second. It is the Sawagan commander's turn, who's gonna do that same thing that he did on his previous turn and just continue his advance, use his action to dodge, and use his bonus action to command the hunter shark to make an attack against Clacker.
Okay.
This attack will have advantage because you are injured. So I think an 18 on the die is going to hit. That's a 24 on your armor class.
Yeah, I was gonna use shield, but it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. You do have significantly better armor, right? Than you did
Yeah.
a couple sessions ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's 16 damage.
Ow.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it didn't auto-apply, so just go ahead and take care of that.
I'm hurting y'all.
Yeah. And the rest of the Sawagan mercenary group is going to close in, dodging if they need to, but I think they're actually going to be able to do things, which is fun. So, Clacker, you see these guys swimming closer to you. I imagine you've met these folk before. Sawagan are basically they're basically shark people, but they're more aquatic than shark folk, which like orca folk have stocky little legs that they can use to walk around.
Right.
So these guys, they're more like shark mermaids, basically. So they're gonna move up, and this bottom one is not going to dodge, but is instead going to hurl a javelin at Clacker.
Oh yeah, Moriarty reminded me I am raging.
Oh, so yeah, gain some of that health back.
Yep. Done. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. What is the attack now?
Not showing up, and I don't know why. So I'm just gonna do the manual thing. +5 to hit. That is only a 14. I think that probably misses you, right?
Yes, I did attack recklessly though. So.
Okay. Points for honesty. You get experience points.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's what I get for honesty. I get a crit.
Right.
Honesty is not necessarily the best policy in this situation.
I mean, you still have your rage bonus, so it's only 7 damage instead of 14. As a
Yeah.
trident just smashes into your side.
Ow. Okay.
The Marrow, which is a larger cousin to the Sawagan, is gonna slink around behind the giant shark and is gonna hurl his own trident at Moriarty. And we'll see if his buttons work. Yeah, it looks like it. 23 against... No, it's not taken. I don't know why that's not working. 23 hits you though, right?
Yes,
Moriarty?
it does.
Okay.
You're rolling so high tonight, Nathan.
Yeah, I am.
He's been rolling high the last couple of sessions.
That's true.
12 damage to Moriarty.
All right. I'll take it.
And this hunter
Did that
shark...
auto already do it, or did I?
No, it didn't. My audio is not working right now. Hunter Shark has been hit in the past turn, so I don't think it can actually do anything. It just glares at Moriarty. And we're back up to Clacker.
Okay. Swinging away at this hunter shark right here. Let me target it. I'm going to attack recklessly again. 12?
I think that's all you need.
It hits.
Oh, good. 4. Ooh, 16 damage.
Nice.
Oh,
It's on the
just-
brink.
barely.
Mm-hmm.
What about your
Do I-
bonus rage damage? Is that included?
Oh, was that included?
No. Wait. Yes. No.
It's 2d6 plus 5. Oh, no, I don't think it was.
You're... Yeah, I think you got it.
Sweet. Alrighty. Yeah, so bonus rage damage, that does that. How do I kill it? I will take my greatsword and I'm gonna start one chop and it's gonna hit its fin, and then I'm gonna release a hand and like grab the top of its fin and kind of like saw it off in an upward motion towards its head with my greatsword at the same time.
Poor thing.
So I like scalp it kind of.
Right.
I can move, and I have another attack action then too.
Indeed.
Let me. I'm going up to this other. Oh, hunter or great shark? Oh, that great shark. I don't know. Moriarty, you said you got that one under control. I'm gonna go up to this
But I
hunter
got to
shark
use-
right here.
I think you had a guy right next to you.
Oh, should I start with them or should I go
There
for
is
the
a guy
sharks?
over here, but...
The sharks seem like they're doing a lot.
I just thought the one just attacked you. That's why I was
Right.
like, isn't he right next
Yeah,
to
you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna go for him.
not trying to change. I just thought that. Wait, was that
Okay,
the guy
he-
who attacked, or was that?
Yeah,
one of the
this guy
dodgebys?
over here is the one that attacked. When he hit you, did he take damage, or does that only work on melee attacks?
Oh, anything that hits me, I think it was. You're right. 1d6.
An attack roll, yeah. 1d.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d6.
Yeah, you just send out weird force damage across the world.
Yeah,
4 damage to him.
nice.
All right. So now I'm gonna swing again recklessly. $17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 plus, what is it again for the rage damage? Plus 2 or 3?
+2.
Plus 2.
Oh,
okay,
it
so
might be
12.
+3 at this level. Yeah, go ahead and check that.
I will check.
While you're checking Moriarty, you can start your turn.
All right, Moriarty is just going to start swinging away again at the shark.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I'm targeting the right shark. Talk.
Yep.
I hit, and let's roll some damage. 14.
Nice. Almost a crit. Still a hit though.
Well, let's just do the damage. Ooh, double 14s.
Yeah, you're doing
you
work
know.
on him. Look at that health bar drop.
And
Alex,
then
did
a
you want?
bonus attack?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
And Alex, if you wanted to do a bonus action as well, feel free to.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Bite, bite.
Max damage from the D4 again. 10,
Yeah.
an extra 10 damage. Full round sweep of attacks at the great shark, or giant shark.
Mm-hmm. Giant Shark is unhappy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my bite onto him. Oops. I guess recklessly. 16.
I mean, once you've already done it, don't you just
May as
do
well.
it?
Right.
Right.
16 hits him.
Okay, and that is 1d6.
That's dead. Given all of
That's
your
dead?
bonus
Okay.
damage.
Yay! Same thing. I scalp him.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, I bit him. I bite off his scalp.
I was more
Right.
impressed when you did scalp him with your mouth. You were just like,
Rah!
Hunter Shark. That is the one that's still alive. It's going to move up to Moriarty. In theory. Moriarty, do you get to prevent this, or because it's within?
could,
think because it's
but-
within your range instead of trying to move out of it.
yeah, it's within my range. It still gets to come up and
Okay.
attack.
Okay. And you don't have all your health, so it has advantage, but misses. Poor thing. Just wants a nice little snack. It's not gonna get one.
I'm gonna give the eye to that shark, and it's gonna know that it messed up.
It is well aware that it has messed up. Alright, so the Sawagan here swims up to Clacker and snarls at you, Clacker, and then it's going to try to bite you like you bit its friend.
Okay. Yeah, it can bite me. That's fine. I won't
Yeah,
shield.
Okay. 3 damage. And my auto function is still not working.
Would that be 1?
Yes. Yes, round down.
And then it takes 1d6.
I was gonna say
That's right. That's right.
more of a beating than needed.
For
one
just
damage.
Also gonna
Battle
try to
of
stab
macro
you with
damage.
its spear. And that one will hit. As well. So is it once per round, or is it every time someone...
it-
I think it's every time.
I think it is. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack, roll before your rage ends.
So you take 1 more damage from its
One
spear.
more damage. Okay. And
And
it
it
will take
takes
1 damage again. Dang it!
Wow. High stakes over here.
the battle of the micro damages.
Right.
It hits me. I'm like, ow. It's like, ow. It hits me again. Ow. Ow.
Right. That'll bring us to Jack, who is floating on the surface of the water, overlooking all of this.
Yeah, Jack will swim down 20 feet. Or 30 feet. I don't think I can hit from there. Because I'm 110 feet up, and then they're 45 feet away. So I would need a range of 155 feet.
Well, again, Pythagorean theorem, that I think it's closer to 120 or 130.
If it's 120, I can attack, but 130 I can't.
What are you attacking with?
Well, I think it's my only spell that's within range that is a. Oh wait, maybe
Does it do lightning damage?
it does psychic damage.
Oh, okay. I think you're probably still too far away at this point. Let's call it 130 feet.
Then I will continue to swim for another 30 feet. That would put me at
Alright.
80. So I guess that's my move.
All right, that's move and action, right?
Well, double move.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Sounds good. The giant shark is on its last proverbial legs. It is going to try to take a chunk out of Clacker before it goes down. Not Clacker. The one next to him, Moriarty. And I think he's gotcha. 27 to hit. Why am I still targeting Celine? She's
Dolphin
not even on
Celine.
the map. Right. Okay, well, a 27 still hits you, right, Moriarty? No shenanigans.
No, why would a 27 hit me? What? No.
22 damage.
And the middle finger goes up.
Mhm.
That
And
is
it bites
rude.
it off.
Oh,
No, it wishes they bit it off.
That's Celine's turn. She's held her breath for, I believe, 2 rounds at this point.
Yeah, I think so. This will be number 2.
This will be number 2. Okay.
Yeah, because all she's done so far is message Jack. She rammed as a dolphin, the message Jack. Clacker.
wait.
I'm going to cure wounds you.
Oh, thank you.
She will swim up right behind you. And go ahead and hit you with one of them cure wounds.
Cure my wounds.
She's gonna use a 3rd level slot. Oh, I don't have permission. You do not have the right.
I'm sorry. I'll fix that real quick.
I don't know if any of you guys got really into Elden Ring, but every time you'd find, like, in Elden Ring, there's all kinds of doors that you can open that seem like, oh, eventually you'll find a key, eventually you open this door or that door. But there's a lot of them that just don't open, no matter what. And so for some reason, it's a hilarious, hilarious joke to just write, you do not have the right, over and over and over again. Oh, I didn't target you, Clacker, but yes, 16 to Clacker.
Ooh, nice. I'm almost where I started at the beginning of this fight.
Get him, Clacker. Kill this guy.
It just
It sounded like Abraham.
If you zoom in on Clacker, it looks like the healing added a little screaming emoji to his.
No, that's
his
that's my
icon.
rage.
Oh, that's your rage.
That's
Okay,
the
okay, that makes
rage.
so much more sense. I was like, why is that the healing emoji? Very good. That's all from Celine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She watches me scalp a shark and a shark person, and then comes and heals me.
Right.
Good job.
Okay, so the commander swims up to Clacker. Commander is a little bit stronger. I think he can. Let's see what all he can do. Well, of course, he's going to command. He's actually going to command the giant shark to make one more bite. Right, he's within 60 feet. Yeah. So the giant shark is going to attack Moriarty one more time. And then he is going to attack Clacker. So first against Clacker here. None of his buttons are working.
You're not having much luck with your buttons today.
I'm not. There's got to be some setting that I just accidentally flipped off. But against Clacker, a 16 to hit.
Nope.
All right,
I'm beefy now.
you are beefy now. He has multi-attack, so what about a 10?
No.
Okay, great. And against Moriarty.
Oh.
Podcast
I'm
listeners,
going to
that was
say
a
no.
1 and a 2.
Wow.
So that's
And
a
I'm
miss.
just gonna stare down that shark.
And it knows it made a grave mistake. The rest of the Sawagan crew, let's just go ahead and swarm Clacker while we're at this.
Why not?
Why not?
Right, why not?
I mean, they don't really have any good options. They'll swarm Moriarty and just get the crap beaten out of them by a fishing pole before they even get to him. Or they'll hit Clacker, do minimal damage, and take damage in return.
I like both options.
Right. 22 to hit you, Clacker.
Yeah.
You take 1 damage.
Okay.
And go ahead
How
and
much
roll
damage does he take?
Yeah. I mean, we already know, right?
2!
Whoa.
We're really doing numbers this time.
Mhm. Marrow's going to... Actually, let's see here. Perception. The Marrow does not notice Jack swimming down, so he's just going to move up to Moriarty and probably not make it all the way.
Probably does he or doesn't he make it all the way? Probably.
Well, I'm just I'm stopping him 10 feet out because that's likely as far as he's going to get.
Well, yes, you are stopping him at 10 feet out.
True.
Because that is entering my range, and so
Mhm.
Moriarty is going to do that. Actually, hold on. I gotta make sure I toggle him.
Right.
Now we do the attack. 21 to hit, hits, and for 12
Nice.
damage.
All right. So you stop him in his tracks. He's still going to throw his harpoon at you. In theory. Love that this is just not doing what it's supposed to. All right. And let's see. I think he has the same blood frenzy. He does not have the blood frenzy feature. That's sad. So that misses. 16
Yes, that-
misses, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we are back to the top of the order with Clacker.
All right. I'm swinging away on this commander here. Recklessly, of course.
Of course.
28 to hit. Double 19, wow.
Yeah.
And it has my rage damage now too, 18 damage.
Oh, good. Nice.
We're gonna attack again with that same greatsword. Recklessly. 23 to hit. 17 damage. And then
He's bloodied.
I'm gonna bite him.
Yeah.
25 to hit. For 6 damage.
Looks like that one didn't auto apply, right?
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
not.
I got it.
Perfect.
All right. That's. I'm assuming no movement, right? You don't want the op attacks.
I'm staying here. Clacker's planted.
All right. Moriarty's up then, surrounded by enemies.
Moriarty's going to target the giant shark,
Okay.
because that hurts. And let's do the damage. 19 to hit, and for 12
Ooh,
damage.
you got him.
Alright, at that moment, now that I don't have his threat range, Moriarty is going to swim away from Marrow, keep by the shark, and then he's going to attack again.
Smart.
Two to hit, in it for 7 damage, and then he's going to bonus action Polar Master attack again. $25, and for 8 damage. Oh, I forgot to put
Nice.
those
That's
on him,
alright.
so that's...
No worries. I subtracted it. All right, so he's not quite bloody, but like right on the verge of it. And let's see, that's all for Moriarty. It is the shark's turn now, so of course he's gonna try to bite you.
Of course. I'm just gonna do the finger motion, don't do it.
He doesn't do it. Only got a 14. Even
I
with
pat it on the head
advantage.
because it just, it should learn now and just swim away.
Yeah.
If it swims away, I probably won't kill it.
Yes, you will. You don't like.
I have
them
a
being
marrow.
scary.
I have a marrow that's coming at me.
Okay. The Sawagan that's been wailing on Clacker decides that this is not worth it and disengages and begins swimming away.
Wow.
Thank you for the pity laugh, Cody. That's all for him, so we're on to Jack.
Do I want to take an opportunity attack?
He disengaged, you can't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oops. Bye. It's not worth it.
This marrow creature that's coming at Moriarty, I see Clacker handling them pretty well. I will blast him with the old psychic lance. So like, Jack imagines a lightning bolt. It's not as corporeal as some of Jack's lightning bolts, but I do launch it out at this guy here, this marrow. And so he has to make a saving throw. I don't know why it's saying 12. It should be 16.
He gets a 14. So
He
fully
is
affected.
stupefied. And he takes some damage.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, too many ones.
There's a lot of ones, man. Man, that's a lot of ones. 3 ones and a 2. But I will use my strike twice ability. I don't have that. Well, actually, can I? Because it's not a lightning bolt. When you cast a spell of 5th level or lower, that deals lightning damage. So yeah, no dice there.
Okay.
Um,
Because it's psychic. Yeah, psychic damage.
I will quicken a spell, and I will launch a lightning firebolt at the marrow. Because I do have an ability that lets it be lightning for cantrips.
Okay.
So, that
So
means
underwater,
advantage.
that increases its range.
Its range,
Doesn't.
okay.
Yeah. If it were an AOE spell, it would also increase its AOE. Doesn't increase its damage or its
Firebolt
advantage or
has a
disadvantage.
range of...
I think 120, or maybe it's 90 feet.
So that doesn't come into play then necessarily here. But it is a 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That does. Nice dice.
It'll do 17 damage. Or 9 damage.
9
sorry.
damage. Yep. All good.
9 damage. It is lightning damage, so it is not like snuffed out. Because I think you said fire's half damage.
Yeah, fire does half damage. Lightning does like 150% range or area of effect. So a lightning fireball would be a 30-foot radius. The Sahuagin commander looks at Clacker's steely orca eyes, bares his teeth, and then disengages and swims away.
Ah. Coward.
He will use his command action to make the hunter shark take another bite at Moriarty.
What an asshole.
He's vindictive. You've killed one of his friends. Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh, that hurts. That's gonna hurt.
30 damage.
30 damage.
Yep.
I get a plus 16. What the hell?
Because
Oh, never mind.
It's like
a
the
crit.
auto.
It's a crit.
Yeah.
It's a crit.
Yeah.
That is the
Um,
What the hell?
And let's see who else is. The Sahuagin is going to also retreat, but it's going to make an attack at Clacker as it goes.
Ugh.
So, first a bite. See if it can bite you, and let's see you reckless. So
Yeah, it hits.
that's 20 hits.
A 19 would hit too.
Okay. You take all of 2 damage.
Cool.
Yep. It's gonna try to hit you with its spear.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'll see about a crit though. Okay, well, a crit fail. Okay, so it hits for, I think that's, 2 more damage. And then it's gonna swim away. And you can go ahead and do your force damage to it.
5 damage.
Nice.
Now,
I also
since
realized I had been using my bite wrong this whole time. I was rolling straight 6 damage when I should have been rolling 1d6 plus my strength modifier, which is 5. But that's fine.
It was good for the meme. All of the low damage hits.
Right.
Here, I'll subtract 10 from one of them.
It's okay.
There you go. And did you want to do a, what do you call it, opportunity attack against that guy as he swims away?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
That's just normal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you can only reckless on your own turn.
13 to hit.
Let me see. It does. Armor of 12.
For 18 damage.
And you actually take him out as he's trying to swim away.
Ha. I scalp him as well.
Yep.
Actually, yeah.
Consideration that you put into that. All right, let's see. There are a couple combatants left, and I guess if you want to try to catch them before they get away, you can. It's the mayor's turn, but he's, incapacitated? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he doesn't do anything. Does he get to make a save against that, though?
No, but at the start of its next turn, it's over.
Oh, okay. All right, so we are back to Clacker if you want to try to finish anyone off.
I'm a killer whale after all. I'm going for the shark.
Makes sense.
All right. Swinging recklessly with the great sword. Let's go. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
14 damage.
Yep. It's not
Let's
looking good.
Swing again.
Yep.
25 to hit. 17 damage.
It's dead.
Yes.
I assume you scalp it.
Yeah, I'll scalp this one too.
How do you scalp a shark?
I told you I take from
You
the
start
fin.
at the fin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You saw me do this. I've done it a couple times now.
At this point, there's effectively a fog cloud around Clacker, and it's just blood.
Clacker takes out his horn and just blows air through his blowhole to make it go even more. And then he plucks up his blowhole again.
Your turn, Moriarty.
Well, Moriarty and I now having to deal with the shark. It's going to move. It's 5 feet towards this marrow, and then he's going to proceed to beat the hell out of it.
All right. We skipped Celine last turn. I'm just going to have her do 1d8 to one of the retreating guys.
And he dies.
Very nice.
15 damage to it. And then he can see one person still running. Like it's... I forgot to look up what that distance. I will move. Just anything.
Does that put you in range for short distance?
Yeah, that was the idea. It's just...
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
And doing spear throw. So they really pissed me off.
Yeah.
For 11 damage to the...
To the now dead Sawagan.
Yep.
Man.
And
It's a
then I
feeding frenzy, but
swing-
not the way they thought it would be.
The last bit back to the boat.
I forgot your speed is so high. It's 'cause
I have
of the-
60.
Right, Cloak of the Mana, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Just...
Jack and Celine.
Yeah, seeing as how we're finishing these guys off, I'll just launch off a couple of firebolts.
All right.
Feel free to incapacitate that commander.
Oh no, I already committed to just killing him.
13 hits.
Oh, it's just much easier to kill something when I can't think.
And then I will quicken and throw another one.
Yeah.
Good.
9 more damage.
9.
That does it.
So just, yeah, 2 quick lightning bolts, lightning fire bolts. It's very confusing because there's a different spell called lightning bolt, but
Right.
lightning firebolt.
Lightning-y firebolt.
Lightning infused.
Sparky bolt.
And I will zap him to his demise.
Yeah.
Fry him alive.
So you completely mop up this band of would-be plunderers, leaving this massive Taiwanese battleship to be yours for the taking. Selena's going to start swimming back to the surface because she has about 40 seconds left, but she'll take some treasure with her. Given what is it that each of you are most interested in finding on this vessel, on and around this vessel?
I mean, Jack would be looking for gold or something. I see a couple treasure chests sitting around, so...
Loot is always good. Monetary value is good. Extra cannonballs, war supplies are nice.
Okay.
If there's any that we can get. I don't know if we
Jack's
have a
definitely
way of.
got his eyes on the money.
I don't know if we could lower our anchor down here, attach a cannon to it, and then raise the anchor up with a cannon, and just slowly do that.
Oh,
That's smart.
that's a good idea. I was
Yeah,
wondering how to get a cannon up.
I was gonna make you make really difficult athletics checks for each cannon, but that I think that'll do it. That's gonna be time consuming, but yeah, that should work.
I kind of want to try with the athletics for another cannon because I have really good athletics. I also want to, the giant shark, I want to cut off its head and bring that up with us.
I was just gonna bring up all of the sharks.
Oh,
Just
perfect.
like tie my line to him and just reel it up eventually.
Keep their
Okay,
heads,
so this is gonna
please.
take like a few hours to do all of this.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds
I
like
think to start off, I would gather as much like loose cannon bows and stuff like that in my bag of holding,
Okay.
and then gather up the sharks and then start that process.
Okay, now remember you have a bunch of calamari that'll last you for a few days. So the shark, I think I'm gonna have to figure out like the weight of everything because your ship is limited to a certain number of tons, and I think that's actually gonna be relevant a lot sooner than I thought it was. I'll do that. I'll do that off air between this recording in 2 weeks from now, and I'll let you know if you've met the limit, and we'll figure out what to cut. You're probably not going to meet the limit yet, but just so that you're
Alright.
all aware of that.
All right, so
While-
then about 300 pounds of choice meat I might end up storing in the
Yeah.
bag of holding.
While I'm swimming around looking for treasure chests full of gold, I will activate detect magic and see if
Okay.
I find
Ooh.
anything good. I mean, gold is gold, but magic items are way more valuable.
Yeah.
Can't forget, we also gotta loot these brigands who just tried to murder us.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
take a look, but I have a feeling they've got nothing.
Okay, so I'll run through everything you find for the sake of the viewers and later listeners, but I'll also copy this into your journals later on. You
Okay.
find this is just from the shipwreck. We'll get to the looters in a minute. You find 8,500 gold pieces.
Whoa!
I mean, it's a ship.
Yarr.
It's like it is a warship. They gotta have
Yeah.
money, funnings.
Yeah. 70 cannonballs.
A lot of candles.
11 cannons, which Clacker can struggle to bring to the surface while Moriarty just ties them to the anchor. You find 40 crates of foodstuffs, but none of it is good any longer because it's all, been soaked through.
Any sealed barrels?
Given the violence of the
That's true,
battle
yeah.
and it crashing to the ground now, all of the barrels have been split. And you're good on food at this point anyway. A bunch of similarly ruined black powder that they would use to fire the cannonballs and such, which is also something I think we'll have to start tracking in the future. 4,000 musket balls, 40 muskets, 30 hammocks, and 20 barrels of ale that have since been ruined.
Wow.
Well, I'll take a big giant gulp of the ale while I'm swimming by.
Do you have gills at this point, Jack?
Yeah, I have the full. I'm like the mariner. Gotta do
Uh-huh.
the water world. I have gills. I have big sharp teeth. I have webbed fingers and feet.
Yeah.
I will say it is a little bit difficult to swim in this half breastplate, or what did I end up getting? Half
Sure,
plate.
right.
But I do imagine that I can make it work.
On the persons of the plunderers that you just defeated, you find 39 gold pieces.
Wow.
Not
Um,
bad.
No, that's not bad.
There were 4 suits of leather armor, if that interests any of you. You all have better armor at this point, but maybe you can resell it.
Do our
yeah.
crewmen have better armor than them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. They may not. And 4 harpoons from the smaller Sawagan and 1 large harpoon from the Marrow.
Nice.
The large harpoon, I don't have like stats for it, but it might be something that Clacker could
Ooh.
as like a thrown weapon. But again,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out between sessions. The sharks, you can just harvest them for meat if you want to.
Save the heads.
Save, right. Are you making a trophy wall?
I'm. Everything will come to the light.
Are you making tea? Shark tea? Shark tea soup?
Everything will come to the light.
Now, quick question: would it be possible to salvage like the flaming cannon mounted the front thing?
That's several tons.
Yeah.
So no.
So no.
And would we be able to find any like floating Taiwanese members in the waters?
Yeah, I would say so. There's clouds of blood that is permeated with like an arm here, a leg there, a whole body a little ways along. Some smaller untrained sharks are making a feast of it.
Can I specifically look for a captain?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Alrighty then. You know, he probably has something good on it.
Sure.
Come on, give me something good. Oh wow, a 4, so 13.
I have 13 isn't bad. You don't find the Commodore that was clearly like calling all of the shots, but you do find like a first mate, like the rung below him. The first mate actually does have something reasonably good. It's a flamethrower blunderbuss.
Ooh.
Might as well pick that up.
Sure. Once you, it's ruined right now, but especially given that you're like an artificer, once you repair it and get some black powder back into it, get it dried out, it's basically an at-will burning hands, but it only does 2d6 fire instead of 3d6.
It's not bad.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Crewmen could use that for sure. If
Yeah,
nothing
that's true.
else.
Right.
In the hands of someone who can do nothing, that's extremely powerful.
Right. Let's see. Throughout the shipwreck, that's about all you find in the way of treasure. There's a
Holy
handful. There's a bunch
Boy could
of.
use it.
I wasn't going to bring it up yet. I was literally thinking that though. I was like, I wonder if I can attach it to Pot Boy.
He absolutely can use items.
It's a mod.
Nice. Yeah, you, in addition to all of that treasure, you find enough wood that you will be able to possibly repair some of the damage to your own hull.
Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
on the Stormbreaker. So that'll be like a little skill challenge that we can do later on. Throughout the process of you all plundering this ship and stripping it for everything that it's worth, a couple individuals swim up toward you.
More?
Yeah, a couple more individuals swim up toward you. They're heavily armed, and reasonably well armored, but they're swimming with kind of an air of alertness, but not overt hostility. For like a real world comparison, they're like beat cops patrolling like a public park or something like that. So let's see, you can see one of them is a Triton with bluish skin and kind of like mottled red blotches of scales and stuff on him. And the other one is a sea elf who also has bluish skin but is otherwise elfin in like his pointy-eared, flowing hair, graceful features. The elf is also clearly much older than the Triton. The Triton looks kind of hot-headed. He's like, you can hear them talking. You can't make out all of their words, but the younger one is clearly like eager to cite you all for stealing what is now Narrowy's property. Like if it fell in their country. And the other one is less, what do you call it? Less gung ho. He's more reserved. He's like, well, let's see what's going on first. But they do swim up and just kind of observe you all, and then the older one, the sea elf, will flag you down and wave you over.
Yeah, I will approach.
All right. And I think...
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Greetings. You are in Nerowi's property, looting a vessel here. Were you part of the battle that took place above, on the surface of the water?
Yar, and we claim salvage rights.
You were a part of the battle, that's acceptable. That is standard fare. Still, I wish to know what brings you to these waters. After hurricanes, usually we don't get travelers.
We're on business. We got attacked by these ruffians just for the make of our ship. We originated our voyage in Pendrahow. We got this ship there. It's currently occupied by the Navy.
I'm sorry, you got this, you say this ship, you referring to the one you're looting or the one that you're sailing?
I point up, yeah.
Okay.
It's of West Anakin make. Yar.
And this is of Tayangi's make, understandable.
They attacked us on sight.
It's true then, they declared open war on one another.
Yar.
And so you're with the West Anakin Navy then?
No, this is they just don't like West Anakin ships.
And at this point, the younger one, the Triton, will cut in. He's like, right, so they need to be on their way, right? And the older one, he'll say, no. Calm down, Dorazos. Let us learn what we can from one another. Where is your destination? You are sailing from Pincherhow?
We've got a lot of places we need to be, but we're stopping off at the nearest port for repairs.
The nearest port, above water or beneath it?
Yar. Most of my crew breathes the air still.
Very well, I see. Understand, I'm... regardless of my young protege Dorazos here, I myself am not... I do not intend to interrogate you. You're not in any trouble. You do have right of salvage. You defeated this vessel. I do wish to understand the happenings of the world because bad things have been going on in our area of the ocean as well. And, knowledge is half the battle, as the saying goes.
Yar. Well, news from the surface. What do we got? Mind flayers attacking everyone.
On the surface as well?
Oh, great, they're down here, too. Oh.
Yes, we lost an outpost just a month ago. Overrun by mind flayers. We sent a strike team and only one person came back. He was completely insane.
Wow. That is not bode well. Yar, we just stopped a mind flayer invasion in Pinjerhow. Me and my crew just happened to be in the area. We just happened to join, and defeat them. And then I hear they're attacking in a place called Shekiodai as well.
I'm familiar. Never been there, but yes.
Yar, I think I set port there maybe once or twice, but, it all blends together. Well, I'm glad that you guys are so reasonable, and, you're welcome to any of the extra meat that my cook can't use. Hate to see it go to waste.
Oh, certainly. And I must say, any shipwrecks you come across that you are not directly responsible for, those are the property of Nerau. So again, this one is the right of salvage is yours as you sunk it. That does not apply to any other wrecks you come across.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. We don't plan on doing any more salvaging anytime soon, but, I will keep that in mind. And the borders of your nation are...
And I pull out the map or whatever, and I'm like, this, and I get the full, so if I find a ship over here, it's always free game.
He's happy to back and forth until you're, until he's communicated all of that clearly to you. Whether you follow that, of course, is a different story.
Okay. So, as long as we're over this invisible barrier that is their country, no more looting of other ships. But as soon as we get into open waters, no big deal.
Right.
Unless
Now,
we
of course,
sunk the ship.
if you sink a ship in their territory and get to it before they do, then it's all yours.
Oh, of course. Okay, sure.
All right, yeah, that makes sense to me. I think we're in agreement there.
So, you've been sailing from Pencherhof, where you say 3-4 days?
Yeah, it's been something like that, right?
Yeah, it's been around that. And the mind flayers were there. What? Please tell me more. Were they in what are the settlements there? Westport,
Cliffs Bay.
Cliffs Bay. Yes.
Moriarty is going to chime in. It's called Kakeris now.
Yar.
The older one. Oh, by the way, my name is Nandis, Officer Nandis. You say it's called Kokeris now. Is that the mind flayers doing?
No, actually, no. It's because of the Mind Flayer's defeat. The local lizardmen and the local people of what was Cliffs Bay have banded together to make a new city-state that is of just Pengerhouse control. No longer controlled by Westanica or the Taiwanese, and they are known as Kokeris. They got a new city council and everything.
Fascinating. All right, well, I'm sure we'll be hearing of this soon as we determine trade patterns with them. But they were in Cliffs Bay. I've been there before. And, Jack and Moriarty, if both of you want to make a history check, feel free to do so. Clacker, you can as well. I imagine, you're a noble, you're probably being nosy and overhearing while you're doing whatever else.
Of course. History.
Well,
A
I got an
23.
11.
Why is mine? Oh, there we go. 18.
Alright, so Jack probably wouldn't catch on to this, but Clacker and Moriarty, you would become aware that you're talking to a sea elf. Let me actually move us all over here so the YouTube audience can see these guys a little better. And podcast listeners, check out the YouTube if you want to see all the fun sights. But you would notice you're talking to a sea elf who's old enough to look elderly, the way like an 80-year-old human does.
So he's lived a long time.
He's lived a very long time, yes. Likely he's dealt with mind flayers before. And so as he's expressing all of this interest in Cliffs Bay, mentioning that he has he's been there before and everything, you get the sense he's trying to connect his own internal dots as he's asking these questions. And so he'll say, now, Cliffs Bay, it still has the large Mage Institute.
I mean, they will probably resume courses at some point. It's worse for wear now, for sure. It is one of the things they took over for a bit, but we have it back.
It's worse for wear. That does not surprise me. I assume the magic items suffered a great deal.
I am unaware of how much they got out of it before it was taken over. But yes, a good deal of magic items were damaged, I would say.
That would not surprise me, and it would track with the experiences that I've had with mind flayers in the past. You've all heard of the World Storm.
Yarr.
Although you all look young enough, I imagine you didn't live through it yourself.
Not, but we've heard some tales of it. Especially from, I wanted to say Starfinders, but I was like, that's not the right name.
Wayfinders?
Wayfinders. We've met a Wayfinder. Fuck, I'm Pendra High. Who's filled us in on it?
Right, well, I was there for it. Feels ages ago. I suppose it was ages ago. And the World Storm began when the Mind Flayers burned massive amounts of magic items and released the arcane energy into the air.
They were doing that.
I think I'm almost certain, in fact, that they are trying to start the World Storm again.
Yarr, I heard that they were doing that. The other crew that we were working with in conjunction told us that they stopped a big magic item fire.
At the Mage Tower, actually. The Institute.
Right. Well,
I
anywhere
didn't
they can
connect
get their
those
hands
dots.
on magic items, I'm sure they're going to be trying this.
Very fascinating stuff. So, wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're being attacked. We had nothing to do with the Mind Flayers being here, I can assure you.
But it's good to hear that a few of you have dealt with mind flayers in the past and are aware of the situation and are already taking action.
Oh, we have. We're doing what we can. Unfortunately, it's not enough. I imagine that's the same on the surface. I would ask for help from you, but you clearly have your own operations underway. Likely it's all to the same end. I imagine it's to defeat them before they defeat us. Don't let them capture you. They'll turn you into one of them. I've lost friends that way.
As if we.
I wasn't intending to insult your intelligence. Keep your wits about you.
Yarr. And you do the same. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Anything else we can do for you before we get back to work?
Well, I mean, if you're asking, that fortress to the south did get taken over, but that's several days out of your way.
To the south, you say? Well, it would be a little bit out of the way.
I am not making any promises.
Is it directly south?
I'll find it on Knowlton's map and I'll highlight it.
It's like 7 days south. It's puts us back out, just like a day out of travel. A couple days from Westport. The repair.
Yeah, it's like around there on that little circle.
Wow.
Yeah, so it looks like it would add maybe even like a week to your travel time.
Let alone combat and whatever we find.
Exactly. Right. So Captain Dorzos Hernandez, one is one, the other is the other.
No, I'm not saying making any promises or anything, but I mean, if we were to be convinced to take part in trying to recapture an outpost, would we be able to get assistance on the pass by Narrow on repairs of our ship?
I do think that's a reasonable trade, Captain Nandus will say.
I'll look at-
And let's say while we're doing so, we find some stuff in there that we want to keep. Do we get salvage rights?
I expected
talking?
this. It's fair enough, given we've already lost several of our own good men there. Good soldiers there. It's only right that any treasure you find would be yours.
It's a little bit more appetizing, and it does give us a good port to make do at and get some repairs done.
What say you, Clacker?
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. Clacker's got gold in his eyes right now.
I am not completely against this. We do need to stop them. The more allies, the more united. The world needs to come together over this, not think of it as a power play. We just
Captain
helped
Nandus
Pinjaro.
will nod his head. You'd also notice, I didn't mention this earlier, but he has a large scar covering most of his face, like half a side of his face. It almost looks like Jack's lightning bolt. It's kind of hard to see at the angle that I have him on, but it's like,
He hides it.
I can see
Yeah.
it, yeah.
right, he like only shows his good side.
The way you had
But-
your icon over his face, it looked like you had a monocle.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he says, I mean, politicians everywhere will do as they will. They'll pursue their own power, often before the needs of their people. But were it up to me, and as in so much as it is up to me as one of the captains of the standing guard here, I would try to work with Cliffs Bay. What was its new name again, Moriarty?
How did I say it? Cocaris, I think it was.
Cocaris.
Cocaris.
In as much as I am able to influence the happenings of the politics of Nerau, I would stand with Cocaris as allies. I mean, regardless of what happens on a political level, on a military one, we'll continue to fight the mind flayers here, as it sounds that you are above.
It's good to have friends. And so I think we're in agreement that we're gonna stop at Narrow to repair the ship and then head south to the outpost.
All right.
Yar.
And, yeah, so go to, like, the capital of Narrow, go south to the outpost, and from the outpost, presumably, go,
Back on
your
our
way,
on
yeah,
our way.
to Kilruma. Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to break real quick. So, those of you listening in podcast form, we will see you in a week. Those of you listening on YouTube, we'll see you in about 5 minutes. That should be about 20 after the hour, wherever you're watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Yar.
Toodles for the
You're
moment.
back.
Yarg.
Yarr.
Ahoy, mateys.
And we are
For the second
back.
half of the episode.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So the
I did
plan,
not have fighting more mind flayers on my to-do list. But here we are.
and yet here we are. The plan, as it was set out, is roughly as mapped out on the screen here, which is a couple days to the capital of Narao, a couple days south to investigate the stronghold that has been taken over, and then about 3 weeks east onto Kelwaruma, as was the original plan.
Nice.
Yarr.
Yar. Let's see. Yeah, so Nandus and man, didn't write down their names anywhere. My bad. Dorzos, Nandus and Dorzos will take their leave of you. They'll give you a couple connections to speak to in Narao, connections in like the local police force that Nandus has been close with for some years, for many years, given his age. And so they'll help take care of your boat and will help coordinate your journey south.
Can we get a proof of connection, like a token of some sort?
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't have to be a tablet this time.
Yeah, it's some kind of like seaweed parchment.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Does everybody use seaweed parchments that, can last underwater? Like for their ship stuff? Because it would make sense.
that would make sense. I think it's an economy thing. Like, it's a little bit too expensive for a lot of private, like, charter vessels to bother with it.
The only reason I bring that up is because it's like, well, if everybody would be more likely to use it, could we have possibly found any documents in the underwater ship?
That was a military, like a government-built military ship. I think so. I think you could find a couple. I'm not sure exactly what they would contain. Probably like the name of the Commodore and some of the...
Maybe we might have to find somebody to decode it or something. Figure out what they're talking about. Because I don't speak Taiwanese anyway, so...
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese! I'm sorry, people in Taiwan, I love you.
You can for sure hang on to those and decipher it later.
I still want to do that. Is it still possible for me to do that athletics check for that cannon?
Yeah.
I really want to do this.
Go ahead.
I'm very strong. Okay, so I'm getting up the cannon. Let's go. 18?
No.
I feel like I was destined to fail from the beginning.
I'm
If you
sorry.
crit it, it would have been a success.
Right.
You do have lots of cannons aboard your ship now.
Nice.
Well, let's see. 14 cannons?
It's a lot of
13.
cannons.
We got
Jesus.
2, the original one we had, and then 11 off of the bottom of the ocean. So
I think-
14?
No, it should be 13. You had 2 total last session. Because I think you only took 1 from the...
We
ship.
did. I didn't bring one. It was just Clacker who did. I was just getting
Yeah.
cannibals. That's right.
Did we do the whole get it from the anchor?
Yes, I think that's
Okay.
the idea is.
Yeah, that was just like a several-hour process while you were talking with Nandus and Dorzos.
Yes.
Yeah,
Those guys were
So-
just watching us work on pulling those up.
right.
Oh, don't mind us. We're just getting cannons.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah,
gotta
if
be
not for the
impressed. I
law
was in
of,
Eugene.
like, plundering, that would be kind of hilarious. Like, a couple cops interviewing you while you're, like, robbing a place blatantly in front of them.
Yeah, we're being very kind and giving them all the information, and they're like, "Hey, actually, could you like go take our precinct back?"
Right. So the sail towards Narrow, the capital of the nation, being the same name as the nation, as happens sometimes, it's going pretty smoothly. There's some choppy waters, but with Jack and with Jack's storm powers and with a competent crew, it's not that bad. So as evening settles, kind of describe your evening routine. You've been at sea for a few days. Are you trying to get to know any of the sailors? Or are you just letting them do their thing and kind of keeping to yourself? What kind of rhythm is there aboard?
I'll be like mingling with the sailors, and I'm gonna also be removing the teeth from those sharks' heads.
Nice.
I'll mingle for a bit, and then I'll sit into the galley where I gotta prep all the sharks, where it's either I'm salting different fish and stuff for storage, and also producing whatever I want for today out of my alchemy jug. Which I think I've done beer and mayonnaise. Ooh. Maybe some like vinegar this time. You know, just useful.
Okay. Yeah, pickle some herring.
Exactly. Pickle some fish. Pickled shark. Pickled octopus. But not pickled pumpkin.
Right. Man, one day Theodore is gonna invent the pumpkin pie.
Wow.
I believe that's already been invented, but I'm just saying he should not just only be getting pumpkins. The man was obsessed. He was not a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
And all he was wanting to talk about was the damn pumpkins. And
I
at the end of the
get
night,
to know the crew pretty well, but I'll do that thing where I like ask them a question and then tell them to get to work.
You're the cool boss until it's time to get to work.
Yeah. Clacker, go ahead and make some kind of charisma check. I forget what charisma checks are in D&D. I've been living and breathing Mythcraft.
Right.
Persuasion, deception. Yeah, I guess persuasion.
Perfect. Persuasion. 15.
Okay.
Or 11, sorry.
I was like, you're reading
Oh, quick
the
enough.
previous roll every time.
Oh, that was just twice. I'm not going to do it again.
Famous last words. Yeah, so again, the crew, there's Savannah, she's the first mate. There's Carrington and Smoley, those are the two humans. Drake is the Dragonborn. Daphne is the halfling. Are you, either as a player or as a character, I'll take either one, are you particularly interested in any of them, or are you just kind of trying to mingle and keep their spirits up and keep their goodwill from mutiny?
Yeah, he's just gonna, be the typical clacker and kind of be talking about, oh yeah, we've been doing this and I've all this stuff for Teen Honey Quarterly, and just mingling, telling stories about places he's been, and kind of being the getting back to his little noble spotlight that he's used to.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so you're seen as they see Jack as like the kind of cool but still boss. They see you as like the fun manager that doesn't really care.
You guys can use your shell phones around me, it's fine.
I better not see any fraternizing going on down there.
Right, I imagine Nelton and Celine are still taking this time to feud over Savannah.
I'm going to warn Nagish real quick. I'm gonna tell him that we're
over Mind Flare territory as we speak, and we're gonna go stop them. We're gonna take a pit stop at a fort to knock them out. I know you might have feelings about this, Nagish. I know you don't love Mind Flares.
Well, I don't love mind flayers, certainly, but I do want to sink my teeth into their miserable flesh. I do want to tear them apart and turn them to stone and ash with my remaining eyes. So if we pursue them, that's fine by me. I want to make them all pay for what they've done.
Well, I just wanted you to be aware that we didn't show up and Mind Flares started attacking us and you had a flashback.
Well, thank you. That's very considerate. My flashbacks aren't really a thing now that they've taken my eye. I know that I'm in the present. The kind of liquidation of time hasn't really been a thing since they've removed it from my skull.
Well, that's both good and bad to hear, I suppose. I'm glad you're feeling more normal.
I'm not. I'm a beholder. There shouldn't be anything normal about me.
Well, the understanding of the concept of the present is a pretty important thing.
I suppose if you're used to living in it, I guess. Oh well, it'll be good to destroy them.
All right, well, I think you're probably going to stay here on the boat, to be frank, but, just in case we get attacked.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, if you want to come, you can. Can you even breathe underwater?
No, I can't. That's a great point. That is one of my few limitations. Maybe I'll...
Yeah, one of your few flaws.
Maybe I'll dream up gills. No, I have no flaws, just limitations. Maybe I'll dream that I have gills between now and then. We'll see. He just kind of bobs away, take his place again in the crow's nest.
all
I like
right.
how the token flipped as well.
Very well then. Sounds like everyone's on board.
No one's overboard?
No one's overboard.
Okay, good. Whew.
And the ship isn't actively sinking. Because if it's too full of water, I can I do have the create destroy water spell. So I mean I can drain the ship pretty fast, I imagine, with some first level spells.
That's definitely
Nice.
part of our day stuff we got to be doing. Moriarty will
Right.
be doing.
Yeah.
Mending
Destroy
and
up to
then
10 gallons of water.
replacing.
That reminds me, with some of the flotsam that you're able to take from the wreckage, I would like for you all to make some checks here to see how much you can patch up the ship before you get it to the capital.
Okay.
So, we're going to start with intelligence, and if you have carpenter's tools, then you can add your proficiency. Otherwise, it's going to be straight intelligence. And I'll take it from up to 3 of the 4 party members. So you can pick whoever has the highest intelligence. I think Moriarty does, but
Leave me out.
I like it. Leave out Clacker.
Yes.
Selena has 14.
Okay.
I have 11.
I have 5. I have a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave me out.
All right.
I have
so,
tinkerer's tools, but not.
I'll count that as half proficiency.
Okay. So what check do you need me to roll then?
Just a straight intelligence check. It would be a tinker's tools check.
Okay. And I will roll that.
And let's see, I'll roll first lead real quick, but Jack, you can go ahead and roll as well. Nice.
Very nice.
19 for 24. I wish I would have gotten a 19 in a fight.
Got a fucking 1.
Jack, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm going to have to ask you to not do that again.
But I was just trying to help Moriarty. I really don't know what I'm doing down here.
Well, that's my point. I mean, you dropped something on my foot.
Okay, so your ship collectively, you are able to patch up the ship well enough to kind of restore its hit points. So each of you can now make athletics checks. I'll allow one of you to make 2 athletics checks, so there will be 5 checks total. And your ship is going to regain HP equal to 1.5 times your sum.
I can make the 2. I have +9 to athletics.
All right.
Great.
Damn.
Nice.
So I got a 19 and a 29.
So doing 2 athletics.
I got a 7.
Okay, we're up to
I'm not
55.
doing much for the boat.
So I'm just
You're
rolling
captaining it.
athletics.
You're just delegating everything else.
Alright, so. Oh, wait, we're rolling it with advantage, and that's what we're at.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a nat 20 on that one.
Nice. 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, were we supposed to roll twice?
Just Clacker was. That's
Oh,
okay.
okay,
I'll,
so yeah,
I'll use that
26.
for Celine.
That'll do.
Well, that's some pretty
Yeah.
good repairs then.
Yeah, 93, 1.5 times 93 is 138 hit points back to the boat.
Nice.
And I'm gonna check real quick what it was down to.
Low.
It was low. Alright, here we go.
Wanted to adjust that.
You need to be strong to repair the ship.
There we go. Alright, so your ship is, in rough terms, no longer bloodied, but it's still not doing great overall. So a pit stop in Narrow is a pretty good idea in that regard. So you've made your repairs, and you've gone about the kind of night's socializing. Nagisha's happy to keep watch a lot of the time, but he does want to dream, see if he can give himself gills, see if he can alter reality in any other fun ways. So would anyone else like to keep watch, or do you want to delegate that to the crew?
That sounds like crew activity to me.
Alright.
Normally I would, but at the moment I need to go to bed.
Sure. Yeah, okay, so Nagish and the rest of the crew is going to take care of all
Rotating.
of the... Yeah, all the rotating. So as we all slip off into sleep, I think that sleep would come fast and peacefully for probably all of you except for Celine, because with the exception of Celine, you are all noteworthy sailors who have done a lot of sailing in your past lives, and so getting back on the boat, there's something nostalgic about it. Hearing the waves lapping against the creaking hull, even if you're worried that the hull might break and you'll have to wake up in the middle of the night and bail it out.
Poor Celine.
Guys, I'm not quite used to this yet. I just need to head back above board real quick, but well, actually, let me see, there's a hole here. I'd rather just do this under deck where the rest of the crew won't see me as I'm... And she's like sick out of one of the damaged parts of the hole.
Do you need to fall asleep? You can just drink a couple cups of the ale, and then once you pass out, it'll be fine.
All right, I'll give that a try. Jack.
Mm-hmm.
As you sleep,
Oh, here we are again.
you see a familiar sight.
This is exactly what I thought it looked like.
Isn't it? I found the perfect picture for it.
Purple and all.
Yeah. Well, so in your waking days when you were here with the whole crew, it was, kind of like normal colors. But in all of your dream state, it takes on kind of this like otherworldly, what do you call it?
Like a hue.
Yeah, it's this dream state, kind of twilight hue. You see a gigantic wave that crashes towards you, but does not strike the rocks. And lightning flickers behind the waves, outlining the face of this enormous, like, bearded man. White beard made out of the sea foam flitting through the waves, eyes flashing with power and with lightning. And if you look from the wave itself over to the tree line, you see that there is in fact a moose there as well. So he's here in full power, both of his main forms revealing themselves.
What have you brought me here this time for, you old?
Jack, my position grows precarious. You have done great things. You have made my... You have done well with my gift. You have made me proud. You know that for a time I worried that you were drifting, that you were moving away from the divine purpose for which I called you. But you returned to Cliffs Bay, you defeated the Mind Flayers there, you assisted in defeating the Mind Flayers there. And you've done well in leading your friends and continuing your quest to find more of the lyre that might keep the dreaming god locked in his slumber. You understand now, I believe, just how tenuous all of this is.
Yeah, Jack would not.
Your
In a
things
way,
are grim.
this dream that you're in now, in some ways it's as real as your waking world, and as unreal as your waking world. Now, you know, and I hope that you do not begrudge me for not telling you. I thought it would drive you insane. You proved me wrong. You know that even I am just a dream.
Your dreams within dreams within dreams.
Dreams within dreams, plans within plans, schemes within schemes. Your enemies, Jack, are using a weapon of old. Something lost to time, something that even the elves do not remember. But the others, the Mind Flayers and their ilk, they do. Or they've rediscovered it. Balefire, it's called. Capable of destroying magic items. Capable of starting the world storm again. You understand the urgency of this, yes?
Your... What can we do? Are we on the wrong path? Should we not seek out the next part of the lyre? Is there another target? We're stopping by a fort to put a stop to some Mind Flayer activity in the area.
I fear that taking this detour is seeing the stopping the rescue of the entire forest to save a single tree. I fear that it is focusing on small pieces of the big picture. Seeking out more of the lyre, I do believe, with all of the knowledge that I can muster, as a god that is but a dream of another god. I do believe that is the right course, because the Jushbatar lyre, when fully assembled, can lure the dreaming god back to sleep. If you fully assemble the entire lyre, you're guaranteed to keep him asleep. If you fail in this, there is still a chance that you can keep him asleep, but it is no longer a guarantee. My fear, Jack, and I'll be more direct than I like to be, because you see the world as it truly is. My fear is that in pursuing strongholds that the Mind Flayers have overrun in other nations, you will lose what little valuable time you have in reaching more of these items before they do.
Do you think I should redirect the rest of my crew, the second ship under my command?
Well, I'm not sure if they fully understand the dreamlike, the unreality of their situation, or the risk that they run.
I don't think they have to understand. They just have to understand orders.
Both the wave face and the moose face will kind of smile at that. Being leader, as I am, as you are, is more than saying what must happen. It's also respecting the opinions of those beneath you, listening to what they say, and making an informed decision based on all of this. That's the unenviable position that you are in. You're listening to me now, but you must maintain the good graces of your friends. They have proven that they are worthy travel companions, and that together you achieved more than I thought you would when you ran off after your friend. That is my
I'll
other...
discuss it with them. I think I can get them to see the light.
Well, I hope you are right, but regardless, I do see all of you as instruments of good in this world, and if that leads you to root out the Mind Flayers from a fortification in Neral, perhaps we will be able to use that for as much good as anything else. I leave you with one warning. Friendships are very important, and I think that without them we would all be far weaker. But simply remember that no friendship, not with the friends you have now or with the friends that you've lost, no friendship that you wish to maintain or wish to rekindle can exist if it all unravels.
Jack would nod.
I know that you've lost friends both to death and to imprisonment, kidnapping, call it what you will. I ache for these friends, especially those still living under circumstances that they would not wish, that I would not wish on anyone. Hudson is alive, but he is not well. And alive is only an idea, right? If it's all a dream, he's a dream of being alive.
Yar. Well, thank you for your guidance, Joel. I appreciate it.
May the currents guide you, Jack. And the wave will wash over the rocks. The moose will fade.
Wow, that was a crazy dream. Never get used to that.
But I did get a long rest, though.
Yes, everyone gets a long rest. Clacker and Moriarty, if you... They're not supernatural in nature, but if you have dreams that are particularly noteworthy to, like, where your characters are at right now in an emotional sense or in kind of a sense of where you see yourself going, feel free to share. Otherwise, it's just a peaceful night.
I would think Clacker just dreams of fighting more sharks.
Fair enough.
Yeah?
I think Moriarty just gets a glimpse of part of this dream, that vision in the mirror, the cabin with all the trophies and like feasting with friends, like
Oh, yeah.
not the actual like anything inside or anything, just like sees it.
Mm-hmm.
But then just sailing past it for the moment. Not like that's meaning like it's gone, but just like still on a ship.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a weird dream.
It was only part of a dream, just there for a moment. A glimpse.
Yeah, it's like crashing into your main dream just as like a mental processing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the next day comes. Aside from minor rain, it's an uneventful day as you make your way towards the capital city.
Yeah, I would call a meeting to the crew there. Maybe like Clacker and Moriarty and Celine. And Nagish, I suppose.
What's up there, Jack? Is making breakfast?
Yar, yar, yar. What I just needed to discuss something with you is... last night, I had another one of those dreams that I'm always having. And,
The one with the
Yold.
fish?
Yeah, well, the one with the old. No, not the one with the fish. The one about the old. And, he came to me and told me that we're losing the war to win a battle by taking this fort. And that we really ought to focus on the lyre.
I thought we were taking the fort so that they would fix the ship so we were safe on the journey to the lyre. Or where we're going. What do you mean?
Yar, it is more dangerous. I am not going to lie. That's why I'm asking ye. But I think we should make a straight shot for it.
I think dreams are absolutely fascinating. I dreamed that there was someone else like me below the waves.
Great.
Question, Nikish. Is he exactly like you? Or is there any differences? Did he have gills?
He did have gills. I've already checked. Unfortunately, I still don't. He's kind of a purple hue, the color that coral might be. Looks a little bit like an octopus, but with eyes instead of suction cups.
Huh, that's kind of weird. But, it is what it is,
Right.
I wouldn't expect you to turn into an octopus randomly. Not to seem insensitive, but did he have his eye when this other you?
Yes, but in the dream so did I, and that still hasn't happened. So.
I see. It's just curious, is all really.
Yeah. Nikish uses two of his eye stalks to form, like, pouting arms.
You know, I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to some more treasure and beating up some more mind flayers.
Yar, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited for it myself, but there will be treasure where we're going. A much more valuable treasure like the totem, or like the eye.
Oh,
Can
I
do
like
all
that
kinds
better.
of stuff.
I can agree with that. Well, how about if our ship is sail worthy enough by the time we get over the capital that we no longer need repairs, we send message that we have to continue on our journey. But if we aren't ready, then I think we should probably still go do that while they fix our ship.
That is a fair compromise.
Is it possible that we can repair our ship that much by the time we get to that area, or?
You're probably not going to repair it any more than you already have without additional supplies that you would need from, like, a shipyard.
them.
Yeah.
I see.
It's-
So this is what we got. We either stop or we don't.
I mean, the other variable is how many fights you expect to get in between here and Kelwaruma.
We got into
Well-
3 between here, Pinderhow and here.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought we'd have a 0-fight trip altogether, but we had a whole bunch. The seas are a dangerous place these days.
So we're not like even. We weren't even 5 days out of
Cocaris.
Cocaris. Blah, tongue cannot work. And our ship almost went down.
Right.
Like I said, it is more dangerous. But, Yold himself suggested it. I know that he's led us through some dangerous waters before. But I don't think he would send us if he didn't think we could handle it.
I get what you're saying, but I want to be able to actually make it there.
Well, I included the trip in my equation. But I am one man. The safety of the crew is more important.
With Jack's speed bonus, that 20 days that you just measured, Pippin, would turn into
Yeah.
16.
I get that.
And so, yeah, so with, let's see, factoring that in, what are we at here? 2 plus 3, 25. You're at like 19 days. Plus whatever layover time you have in Nerau and in the fortress.
I mean, Moriarty just wants the boat to be able to do it. If you guys are set that we can't go to the fort and help them, at least want to keep our new friend in the know at the moment, at least. I know
Yeah,
Celine has the ability to send messages.
So you're, I was gonna say, so you were suggesting that we stop and resupply still, but just tell them that we can't help.
I mean, ideally, I would like to have the boat fixed at least, or get the supplies to at least fix the ship.
You can certainly do that. It'll just obviously cost money if you're not trading in favors.
We just got $8,000.
Right.
Yar, I would vote either a straight shot, or if we absolutely must stop, the funds can come out of the captain's portion. I don't mind. Anything to expedite the trip and to ease the crew's mind.
Alright, yeah, I'm fair, I think.
I think that sounds good to me too.
Now, I don't know if Celine would be so inclined to, I don't know, the Cocaris to Shikyodai. I don't know if the other crew's already set sail. We may inform them of a stopover point that they might want to settle this fortress for us.
While I was
That's a good
speaking to
idea.
Yold, I had asked him if he thought that it was more important for us to redirect the other crew. And, he didn't say no, but he just kind of told me that he didn't... How did he put it? You know, that I should be respectful of their wishes, pretty much. So,
Alright,
I
well,
mean-
I'm not saying we tell them they have to do it. I'm just telling you we could inform them of a possible mind flare stronghold under the water.
Well, I was half thinking of telling him to go towards one of the other treasure spots now.
Oh, is that what the idea is now?
Well, like I said, Yol didn't say it was a good or bad idea. But he did say that picking fights with the Mind Flayers is not the greatest approach to victory when they're playing 3D chess while we're playing 2D chess. They
What's
can
3D
literally see
chess?
the future in the past, and we're just fighting them in the streets. We need to play ahead.
Alright, I get what you're saying. I didn't know that you'd said so much.
Yol says a lot.
You know this would have been helpful before, if he said a lot.
I really wish he would have talked to me before he left port. But, dreams work in a mysterious way. He did say something really ominous that really freaked me out, about how his position was very precarious.
For reference, I drew roughly where the other boat would be about now, assuming that they leave around the same day that you do.
And so there's the treasure in Kellaruma. They could theoretically head to, like, how do you pronounce that?
Haikonolu. Yeah.
That's like on route.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
this
think, wasn't there more
northeastern
on
part
the
of Haikonolu is.
west coast area? Like, I know, was there something in Masara?
Yeah, there's one in Tlace.
Yeah, everywhere that there's a harp next to its name.
Oh,
a
the
next to
lyre.
its name. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even communicate with them, but I do think Celine could.
We could at least send a message on us.
While I'm at it, I could also send a message to those two gentlemen that we met at the boat and just let them know if we do end up deciding not to go to the fortress, just so that they stay in the know. If you want to be sure that we have, like, good relationships with all of our allies.
That was what I thought we should at least do at the bare minimum.
Message only has a range of 120 feet, huh?
Sending is the one that...
The one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't think she has that.
Don't
I
we
think
have
she
sending
does.
on the totem?
I don't think we have
don't
sending.
remember everything the totem could do.
Totem has
Does
a
she
lot.
not? I thought she did have sending. I think this is only showing her prepared spells, her character sheet does right now. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, Ellen will have to be the judge. But I think she said that both Celine and Penelope have the ability to cast sending.
Maybe she has something. I don't know. But alrighty then. Alright, seems like the question is, are we stopping for parts or are we just heading forward?
I'm willing to stop for parts, if that's what we
Kalakar,
so desire.
what do you say?
You know, I just want to go where there's more treasure. I just want some money.
Well,
As
we
long
are
as the
heading
ship's
there.
okay.
Well, the ship's not okay.
Well,
The ship is not okay.
Celine does
it's-
not have sending from anything druid related, but I don't remember what she took for her magic.
Could it be part of her magic?
Yeah, I think it is. Sorry to interrupt your planning, Clacker. Go ahead.
I mean, I say, I usually don't say it, but I think maybe we should listen to the moose.
And just head straight there? I mean, if that's what the group consensus is, then who am I to stop it? I'm just under the impression our ship is under half health, right? Life arm? I don't know the exact HP right now.
Yeah, I believe it's just under half.
Oh.
So that's my concern. It's like
Yeah. maybe we should take a little repair break.
Just over.
Just
Just
a
over.
quick.
We're
little
just
stop
lay
to
over
repair.
by the supplies, and then we can repair on the way.
Yeah, we had the option. They said, maybe if it's, if you have time, maybe you could go help us out down there. We don't have to go. They said maybe, so.
Yar and I
still-
said no promises, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Exactly.
pretty non-committal.
So maybe if they're that's still standing later on, we can get back there. But
I'm sure they'd be interested in some of this gold we salvaged.
oh, that's true.
8,000 gold, right?
8,539 gold is what we got from there.
The 39.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
it's
it
not
adds
a-
up.
It does.
Right.
So I don't know how much it would cost to resupply the boat to full.
Boats are expensive, but it's not from scratch. So, yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know exactly what it would come out to.
Yeah,
I
we
think
don't have
that
to get
sounds
more
like a reasonable course of
supplies.
action. It's a good compromise for the crew.
All right. So resupply in Narrow and then straight on to Kelruma.
Yeah,
Yar.
just long enough to at least get the. I don't know if we're just getting the supplies to fix, or are we stopping.
Well, I think we have to stop to get the supplies for like a
Yeah,
day or whatever.
I meant like, I don't know how long, but I was just meaning like didn't know if we were stopping to just have them repaired, or if we were stopping just to buy the supplies to repair it. I think that would be a big difference in prices.
Oh yeah, we could all pitch in. I mean, we did some okay work ourselves here.
Yeah, I would be more of the school of get the supplies and go.
Which I'll be okay with that.
Yep. The crew is pretty amenable to whatever you decide right now. You've maintained their loyalty pretty well.
Maybe if there's, do they have any weapons or anything? Browse there while we're getting materials quick.
Get that RAM installed.
Oh yeah, maybe we could get
Well,
that.
that
That'd be
we
good.
would have to stop for.
Yeah.
Like, they would have to do that.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Maybe we should wait for the next port for the RAM then.
When we get to Kinoa?
Yeah. Yep.
So we just stop, get the wood and other supplies for repairing, maybe a few amenities, like I could order a couple more kegs, probably some black powder barrels for our new cannons.
Oh yeah, because you mentioned we're gonna need to.
We got cannonballs and the cannons, but we didn't really stock up on any powder extra.
All
Right.
right, sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good. So the rest of the day is smooth sailing. Noteworthy calendar thing, it is now the month of Gold Summer. So that obviously means nothing to people who don't live in this fictional world. But essentially, like, equate it with like early September. It's like late summer. The month of high summer tends to be a lot stormier, and so you can expect the waves and weather patterns to be a little bit more amenable to sailing for a little while. So that'll be nice. And funnily to that end, on the morrow, you spend another night. There's no weird dreams, just normal dreams. But the next day, as you're sailing along, closing in on the capital of Narrow, you sail up to a tiny little dinghy, like a rowboat. And it's...
Stop playing with your dinghy. I'm sorry, Water Boy. I mean, Tommy Boy just popped in my head.
So this tiny little rowboat is just paddling along. There's like, there's one oar coming out each side, and there's this little, like, parasol that's propped up, keeping it shaded. And there's what appears to be a short, shirtless, elderly man leaning back on the boat and drinking some kind of cocktail.
Ahoy, stranger.
The parasol will collapse, and the man will pop up. And then you recognize that he is no stranger. Hello, friends. It is lovely to see you way out here in the middle of nowhere. How are you all doing?
Oh, Body Nook. Oh, hey, how are you doing? How's the weather?
Oh, the weather's just perfect. Do you want a pina colada?
Oh, I'm not gonna say no to that. No,
What
wait,
are you
who's...
doing out here, Body Nook?
Oh, just hanging out.
Out in the middle of the open ocean.
Well, of course.
Who's watching after the tavern?
Lucky.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
He'll pull his rowboat up next to yours and scramble aboard. His blue robe is untied, so you can see his paunchy belly with a fine dusting of white hair over his chest. He's got his giant gnomish beard. His red cap is on, and he's got a pina colada in one hand and a potato in the other.
Wow.
Can we trail his boat behind ours? Run a rope from ours to his?
You can do that. I will want to go on my merry way after a while, but first, would you like a potato? And he'll make a non-magical pina colada for you, seemingly out of nowhere, Clacker, and offer it up to you.
Oh, thank you. It's delicious.
Of
Kind of
course.
potatoes do you have for sale?
Let's see. I think if I did this correctly, if you go to the Compendium Packs tab, Custom Magic Items, Body Nook
That's
potatoes.
Oh, there's so many potatoes.
There's a lot of potatoes, folks.
From all across the multiverse, yes.
I have
And
a
so they all-
question for you, Buddy Nook.
Of course. It's
These,
Mordecai, right?
No, it's not Buddy Nook. Here I was going to
Well,
buy
of
some
course
potatoes.
it's not Body Nook. I'm Body Nook.
The name is Moriarty, not Mordecai.
Oh, that's right.
I was going to ask you about these Boulder's purple spots. It says it turns your skin turns invisible for a minute. What about the rest of you?
He just touches his nose and winks.
That doesn't
fuck
tell
does
me
that mean?
anything.
You know what? The first one's free.
Alright, I will take one Andy's potato, Boulder potato, cayenne.
No,
garlic
the
potato.
first.
You just told me the first one is free. I am
Oh,
taking
you
one of everything.
dirty traitor. No, that is not. I appreciate the joke. Just for the laughs, I'll give you 2 free potatoes and no more.
Alright, and I take it I have to have one of them be the Boulder's potato that you first offered free.
Yes.
Alrighty then. Well, by chance do you just also have regular potatoes, non-magical, that I could use for supplies for the boat?
No.
No. You don't just have
All of
regular
my potatoes are exceptional.
Well, of course, but there's always exceptional potatoes that are just regular potatoes.
I mean, the most regular potato I have is probably this beautiful golden potato from Idaho.
They're not that impressive, are they?
I mean, target eats a potato, regains an HP, and is full for a day. It's not that bad for a voyage, but it's like,
It's basically it's like one good berry.
Right.
alright, well, I'll look through your potatoes.
Very fascinating stuff here.
Well, thank you. I collect them from all across the multiverse. Yes. I would especially recommend a cayenne garlic potato. It's a little spicy, but packs a punch in combat. Your breath is just abysmal after you eat it.
It is a bit nasty, isn't it?
These Underdark potatoes might be pretty dark. Do they give you dark vision?
I'm actually the idea about the orange jams. For the next minute, you gain 3 temp HP every turn.
Sure, that's not bad. That's
Yeah. It's like a debuffed heroism spell. Heroism is kind of the same, but little beefier.
I mean, it does the job.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, you can all purchase whatever of these potatoes you want to. Just bear in mind the repairs that you'll need for the ship later on.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So don't spend $8,000 on potatoes.
Right. Advice of the night.
The sweet potato is rather interesting for Jack because it gives you advantage on charisma checks. Now just imagine needing to make a charisma check and then like eating a potato real quick.
Right. I was enjoying that too as I was trying it out. I was like, who's gonna do this in the middle of a negotiation?
I was thinking about the whole white yams for Moriarty.
Remind me of white yams. Is that the hero?
Plus 2 damage on all weapon attacks.
Yeah.
It'll add up.
It will.
Actually, it wouldn't be bad for Clacker either. It's
I'm
3
looking at
attacks a turn.
I'm looking at these cayenne garlic potatoes for Clacker.
Right.
Getting swarmed and then just eating a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
That would be
And
poison
this
damage that
potato
Clacker
as
would
well.
take, which Rage will not mitigate.
Oh, me too. Each creature
Yeah.
within a 20-foot cone from me. Oh, it's including me too.
Yeah, they make dex saves, you make a constitution save.
Ooh. Maybe these white yams are looking much better.
I mean, it is a trade-off though. Like, you take some damage and like 6 other creatures take damage. Like, there's a place for it.
It's true.
I think I'm gonna buy some of these Andes potatoes, some sweet potatoes, and I don't know, some kind of other potato, I'm sure. But these Andes potatoes, they let you Misty Step
Yeah.
for free
Mm-hmm.
in a random direction, and I can think of a million times when I'd want that to be happening.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm
true.
definitely getting some of those.
And
They're on my
upon
list.
consumption, it lets you do it. So it's the same action economy as casting Misty Step. So it's not like you have to eat it and then do it next turn. You eat it and then you can Misty Step. The only thing you can't do is control the direction.
Oh,
It doesn't
is a
even
random
say you
direction.
have to. It just says you can. Oh, wait,
But
no,
be
maybe
good
it
No, it
says
says you cast.
Sorry, you're right.
Oh.
So it's uncontrollable, actually. It
Yeah.
happens every turn. For Jack, though, that is not a big deal. I'm a ranged user. I'm fucking...
That's true.
I'll be all over the
Yeah.
place.
Get out of melee in a pinch, right? It doesn't really matter how you get out.
Right.
Yeah. That's great. I do enjoy putting little, like, caveats or, like, monkey's paws into Body Nook's potatoes, so definitely read the fine print like that as you buy them. Silence as everyone is, like, frantically scrambling through the potatoes. making sure
Right.
they're okay.
Yeah.
Like the cayenne garlic damaging you as well. I shouldn't have said that because I could have surprised you with it later.
Yeah, I was about to buy 20 of those.
Man, I should have kept my mouth shut.
You know, I appreciate the honesty. I did it with
Yeah, with
My
the
reckless
advantage,
attack
right?
earlier.
This is yeah, we're even, we're square. Yeah, well, Body Nook, I think, would be fascinated to hear all about Cliffs Bay as much as you're willing to tell him. And after he sells a supply of potatoes to you all, he'd probably hop back in his dinghy and start rowing away.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I pretty much trust him. I mean, obviously he's shady and whatnot, but I don't think he's going to, like, do anything crazy to us.
Right.
We've always had good experience with Body Nook so far.
So I imagine
I
we
aim
tell
to
him
please.
not that he's
Okay.
going to do anything about it.
Yars.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some
Mind
white
flayers here too,
yams, some
buddy.
orange yams, maybe a potato blessings or two. And then I'll just take out the money for him. And that, of course, the Baldur's Purple Spud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm making a list right now of what I'm getting. I've got money. Some money.
Well, are there any kind of final notes that you all want to make as we? I think we're close to wrapping up the session. You're gonna sail to the capital of Narrow, otherwise unassailed. You're about a day out at this point, and you're in open water.
I would just inform the crew of the change of plans, that we're not gonna go to the Mind Flayers after all, we're just gonna resupply. Feel free to go off deck and go below if you can breathe under there or whatever, but just be back when we ship out or else you're stranded.
All right.
And then you're gonna fraternize as much as you want while you're off deck.
Melton and Celine both look over at Savannah.
Oh,
This
Celine.
isn't. Oh, go ahead.
I was like, oh, Celine's looking over now. Or she's just worried about it.
I was just gonna say,
I promise you the next port will be more accessible to the aquatically challenged.
The crew's amenable, and Narao is obviously not super prone to international trade because it is underwater, but they do have some submarines, so they'll offer some passage down into the breathable parts of the city for those who want it. That's something that those of you Clacker would probably know that. And the cops that you talked with probably would have mentioned it as well. I'm sure Nandus would have made a point that they have water breathers and air breathers and amphibious people living in the city, so it's parts of it are accessible to anyone who need it.
fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything I need. Man, I really hate to ask, but they don't have a magic item shop, do they?
I bet they do. It's a capital. I don't know what's in it right now, but we'll get to that a couple weeks from now.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe assemble us some magic items to peruse.
Yeah.
And I may or may not buy one. I make no promises.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, the remaining day is smooth sailing, and so you reach the capital city of this underwater kingdom, and we will explore it 2 weeks from now.
Yarr.
This has been Sanity Damage, to whom the sea belongs. Thank you all for joining us on this epic voyage, whether it was live or post-live. We would love to hear from you either way, so Linktree/Sanity Damage is the best place to go and contact us. You can find links to all of our social media. Discord is the best place to come and hang out with us. We're all in there on pretty much a daily basis, so you can pop into the Sanity Damage chat room and let us know what you think. Let us know your interpretation of the dreams. There's already some commentary on that from some of you, so jump in and join the fun. If you've got a few extra pieces of 8 that are burning a hole in your pocket, you can go over to Patreon and subscribe from $2 all the way on up. And we've got PDFs, we've got shout-outs on the show, we've got features where you can, or tiers where you can add NPCs to the campaign, or you can do. Is it a monthly game now or quarterly, Cody?
It's monthly.
Monthly.
Monthly. Nice. Okay, so you can do a monthly game with some of the crew from the Homebrew Network, which is awesome. This show is also a homebrew live stream, and our dice sponsor is FanRoll Dice. So you can get amazing dice and dice accessories at fanrolldice.com using coupon code homebrew for 10% off anything on the website. Once again, that is fanrolldice.com. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. Last shout out for those of you listening on podcasts. It is live on Thursday nights at 7:30 Eastern on YouTube. And one more shout out to our friends over at Roll Around and Find Out. They record weekly, although I think now it's bi-weekly because they're on a temporary hiatus for their D&D show. So bi-weekly on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern, and that's on Twitch. So go hang out with them. They're a ton of fun. They're doing some Mythcraft playthroughs and some Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs. Finally, To Whom the Sea Belongs is a Sanity Damage campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. Join us next week as we see this city beneath the waves.